Hey guys, welcome back to my survival world in Minecraft. My name is Sino, and I upload, weekly videos of me playing on this survival world. So yeah, if you guys are new here, maybe get yourself a snack, maybe a hot or cold beverage, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, so in the previous video guys, we worked on this entire area. We built the mine in a bit of a Tudor style, and we explored a different building method which uses banners to give sort of like a trim effect. And if you view it from a distance, it looks quite believable if you think of it. And man, I just gotta say, the video exceeded my expectations. Like I'm baffled, I'm completely thrown off. I did not expect that much positive feedback from that video. So I would just like to say hello to everybody that's new on the channel. Hopefully you guys enjoy the videos. Every single upload, I try to make it a super quality upload. I won't release a video unless it's top quality, unless it meets my standards. So hopefully that will keep you guys assured that every single video you watch from Sino is a banger. I did read most of the feedback. I think within the first 4 days of uploading the video, I read all the comments. It was just so hard to keep up with everything because I usually, like in the past, I used to read through every single comment because it was still digestible. It was still readable. It was like probably only like 50 comments or so. But now the videos that has like 300 comments or something. Yeah, I got interrupted by the rain now, so let's maybe just wait this out. Alright, so the rain has eventually stopped. Now I can tell you guys what I'm going to be building in today's episode. Today's going to be calm, quite a tame episode, but we're still going to be building a banger build. We're going to be building something over here. So I was thinking we make a building that has a water wheel. So it's going to go in here, and then it actually makes sense. Then it goes into this marsh field over here. I put a lot of like too tall grass around here, and it's such a simple detail to add, but I think it just adds a bit more of ambience to the place, I'd say. I like it a lot. I'm gonna use like leftover resources from the build right behind me to the right. I'm gonna see how far I can get with using that. Let's get to that and see. Alright guys, so as you can see, I got a little bit of a base set up here. So I usually like starting out with like a nice little stone base structure, and then I build like the rest of the building on top of that. As you can tell, I did this over here. I mixed up a nice palette of tough bricks, some mossy cobble, and some moss in between here, just so that it has a bit of an overgrown look, so it looks old-ish. And then on top of that, I'm going to do somewhat of the same style as this over here, but I'm going to have a bit of a different roof. Now let's get to doing the top part, which is going to be this part over here. Trimmings and whatnot. I use pale oak logs, bone blocks, calcite, and some diorite, and a little bit of andesite if it's like a very dark shady spot, just to simulate shadows. So yeah, let's get to doing that. Alright, so what I did here is I added white walls. As you can tell, it is not completely symmetrical. I would severely advise you to not make your building symmetrical. It will come out a lot better, trust me. This is going to be nice because it's already an asymmetrical building with the wheel that's going to be here, so yeah. Yeah, so this is this, and now we're going to add windows and a bit of detail to the walls. Alright, so as you can see, I've built now a bit of a detail around the white wall. Now it's a bit more detailed. We got like banners over here, trapdoors, signs, just to add a bit of a trimming effect. And what we're gonna have to do now is we're gonna place a roof on top of that. So I'm gonna use the same block palette as this roof over here, but then trim for the roof is going to be something different. Let's get to building the roof now. After how many episodes? I can finally use the copper oxidation station. Alright, let's get to it. Would you look at that? Oh my days, look at that. 24 copper. Okay, let's press this one as well. And I gotta say, the house is coming along quite well. As you can see, I used oak doors. I like the window of the oak doors a lot more than the regular oak trap doors. It looks very nice. So I added that to the top there, in that top section of the roof. I think it looks so good. It looks very good, especially from this angle. All we have to do now is add the wheel. So yeah, let's get to building that. Let's not waste any time. Alright guys, so as you can see behind me, I have finished the water wheel. So let me show you guys how it looks. So for the water wheel, I just looked at a bunch of reference images for it. What I did is I just made two circles that are, parallel to each other. Yeah, I tried to smooth the circle out as much as I could. As you can see, there's a trapdoor there, there's a stair with a sign on top, and then two trapdoors, and then a stair, then a trapdoor, and yada yada yada. And but the one thing that I was very conflicted over was, how do I get sideways lines? And the best thing I could come up with was probably diagonal, like placed nether brick walls. That was the one type of wall that actually was somewhat of a similar color to the dark oak. It's still quite darker than the dark oak, but hopefully it's not that noticeable. So I just added some water here, some gloss. When it comes to the structural integrity of this water wheel, I put like a huge support pillar here. So it's not just jutting out, and then, if it just juts out and that support pillar wasn't there, this thing would just snap off. But my theory is this water wheel isn't heavy. It's very light. So that's why it doesn't need a pillar on the other side. And also another reason why I didn't put another supporting pillar on the other side is because it won't look that great. So then I just left it like this because I like it like this a lot more. You can see more of the wheel. And yeah, I think this looks very nice. I placed some walls there. I'm going to build some sin pines over there, some small sin pines. Let's get to building that, and then we're actually almost done with this entire build. Alright guys, so I have finished the trees in the background. I built like the small sin pines. It's nice. It's not like a huge forest, but at least it's something to complement the building. And there's a completely well-rounded like frame right here. I can imagine making a painting of this picture right here from this angle. It looks so nice. I already know what the thumbnail is gonna be. We woke up here. This is nice. Look here. You have a nice outlook on the future town, the future village. I still have to put a smooth basalt. I still have to put a smooth basalt block there. And if we go in here, look at this! Let's not look at that. Look at the outside. Look at how pretty this looks, man. Look how pretty this shell of a building looks like. Don't worry, just imagine there's interior inside of this. Look, come on guys, it's a pretty house, pretty water wheel, nice little forest. Guys, apologies. Sometimes I stumble over my words because sometimes my head just thinks faster than my mouth. A lot of times I have to slow down my speech so that I can articulate what I want to say because I think very fast and then I can't think of a word to use for what I'm for what I'm thinking. Hopefully some of you guys can understand what I mean. Cue the B-roll. It is that time of the episode, the commentary cut. This is a segment where I read through comments from previous videos. First up, we got the Whalers. You, sir, have ignited a spark in me and my Minecraft world that I have been missing for a long time. Since I subscribed and watched your video, I now enjoy everything much more and changed my style of play more to what I would like. And that is because you showed me what I truly missed. Because of you, I now take my time with everything. I also enjoy my world much more. A simple example, just built a house for my horse and even take him out for a build or adventure. Thank you, Sino. I'm glad I could inspire you, Whaler. I really loved this comment. I was very glad to see that I'm having like a positive impact on how people actually play the game. Because a lot of people, if they have a linear path set of what they want to achieve, people get bored really easily. What makes everything a lot more enticing is, hey man, everybody loves a good story. Next comment, Arthur Buckland. I love the trees so much. Do you think you could explain your thought process when building them? I'll do that real quick right now. Since there's a tree already up here, so as you can see, I've used for the smaller trees, I'm going to just use the smaller trees as an example. Mud brick wall specifically, this is a very savvy block to use when you're trying to make branches because you can morph it and edit it in ways. Like you put a glass pane here and then it stretches, it has a jut out like that. So then it's not a single wall anymore. And then you put one over here and then you put a glass there and then it juts out that way and then it looks like it's connecting, which is very nice. And then you can do a lot more stuff like this. I placed a trapdoor here and then it connects there. And it looks like a tiny branch from the distance sticking out. And then also down here as well. What I usually do is you have tiny jut outs like this and then you place leaves around that. You make tiny branches and then you place leaves around the branches. So you first start with one type of leaf and then after that you put the shading on top of it. So you add the azalea leaves on top of that. So it's sort of like a constant patchwork style. So then you constantly gotta, okay, you run back and you look at it and, oh, it doesn't look great. Just change that block, run all the way back, look at it again. Oh, we gotta change that block. You know, it's a constant like process of just tinkering and tweaking, which I have to go through when it comes to designing these trees. So hopefully that helps you a bit on my thought process when it comes to building the trees. All right, we got the last comment, the best pair. This is absolute cinema. Thank you, Pear. I'm very glad you think you really love this enough to call it absolute cinema. You know, what? No, I gotta take a look at this. What the? I don't know. What am I hearing things? What is this? Let me get back to the village real quick. Man, what is that? I can't be the only person that here heard that. It's what could that be? Let me check the post box here. What is this? To the chosen. The land you have tended will wait for your return. Leave behind what you know and take only what you must. Head west. You will know when you have arrived. Sinopolis awaits. What? What is this, guy? What? This is very strange. Head west.